Welcome back. I'm Sarah Shaw, blogger and online educator for entrepreneurs over at sarahshaw.com. In this video, I'm going to share a little bit about my experience going to Marie Forleo's book tour for her new New York Times best-selling book. So if you're going on the tour, it might help you know what to expect, or if you weren't able to go, you can get a little behind the scenes of what the experience was like and some advice that she shared. Marie's book is titled Everything is Figureoutable. Here's what she had to say about what the title means to her.
These three words have literally propelled my entire life, every part of my business, every part of my relationship, like when shit's on the rocks, when I'm on my knees, when I'm crying and feeling so full of doubt and fear. These three words help me lift myself back up. They've done that my entire life, getting out of a toxic relationship in high school, getting work study programs to help pay for my education, every job I've ever had, every bartending, waiting tables, selling glow sticks, working on the you guys, I sold a lot of glow sticks and clothes.
So if you haven't heard of Marie Forleo yet, block out some time to scour her website and binge her videos because she has some really amazing content that'll help you grow your business. Over the years, she's been one of my biggest inspirations. I'll put a link to her website in the area below this video, so you can just click on that and have fun scouring. On the drive to the book tour, I caught myself reflecting a bit about how long I've known Marie and benefited from her work, and I realized I've known her for 10 years. So not personally, but I've known her and watched her videos for 10 years. I was able to place the timeline because I kept having this picture pop up in my mind when I used to nanny, which was over 10 years ago. The picture was of this tiny little desk with a tiny little chair that had this big, beautiful iMac on it. The people I nannied for back in the day set it up for the kids to play games on. But when the kids were napping or playing upstairs, I would sit on that itty bitty chair and watch Marie's videos. Since the chair was so small, my knees were kind of up high, if you could imagine how goofy I looked doing that. As I watched her videos, I felt this bigness inside. And it wasn't just because I was sitting on a teeny little chair, okay? When I was watching Marie do her thing, it just lit me up inside and gave me some excited anticipation that someday I would be helping people online like she was. So I don't think I could have given those exact words to how I felt back then. It was mostly just like this warm excitement I would feel in my chest. But looking back, I can really feel that feeling and really see it clearly in retrospect. All that to say, for me, knowing about and benefiting from Marie's work goes way back for me. So let's talk about the book tour. So I went to the event in Naperville, Illinois at Wentz Concert Hall. My husband and I got there about an hour early because we wanted to get good seats, and seating was first come, first serve. So for the stop that we went to, an hour was plenty of time to get an amazing seat. They were still getting set up when we got there, so we waited in line until a little before start time. Since we got there so early, we were fourth in line, which was amazing because we got great seats right in the middle of the front row. As we waited for the event to start, there was a DJ playing and they were doing some old school jams like Mariah Carey, so they were getting the vibe set. So I'm not sure if all the events are set up this way, but for the event I went to, there were two people on the stage. So Marie was there, and then there was a person there to ask Marie questions and then kind of like guide the flow of the conversation and guide the audience. For this event, that person was a speaker, podcaster, and author named Lovey. Lovey was awesome, and the conversation her and Marie had felt really chill and real and just like ultra present, which I really appreciated. So when I saw Marie for the first time, my first thought was like, oh my gosh, she's so tiny. So obviously she's fit. Like if you know her, then you know that. But what I mean is that she's just like shorter than I expected and just has like these teeny little wrists, just like a really little petite person. And I just think it's really funny how when we only know people from like seeing pictures of them online or videos online and they have a powerful presence and they're just like a total badass, you just think they're gonna be tall or something. I don't know why our brain does that, but she's just small. My second thought was, oh, she is the exact same in person as she is in her videos, and I just love that.
Oh my goodness. I have big ideas and clear visions and I want to execute on them.
I just really respect and appreciate when people have that much integrity that they can show up true to themselves no matter what the setting is. So here's how the event was laid out. It lasted for a little over an hour and a half, and so Lovey asked Marie questions for a portion of the event. It felt like maybe half or a little more of the event, and she was great. She asked really interesting questions about the book, the writing process, and some questions about Marie just in general. Then after that chunk of time, she did a Q&A where people lined up on microphones on either side of the auditorium to ask questions one-on-one to Marie. So I kind of wish I had something I wanted to ask, because it would have been really cool to connect with her one-on-one. I just didn't have anything at the time that I felt like I wanted to ask, so I just kind of sat there and took it all in. The cool thing though about sitting so close was both Lovey and Marie both looked me right in the eyes several times, so that was really cool. So I'm glad I went. Marie was super present and real. Like, I really appreciated her presence. So even though she was on stage, her energy felt really approachable, and I really liked watching her answer questions quickly, patiently, thoroughly, and deeply, and on the spot. It was honestly really impressive. It kind of felt like she was almost channeling some kind of wisdom or something, the way that she just seemed to just like have all the answers for everybody, just like right inside of her. So I wanted to share 2 pieces of advice that she gave people who got up and asked questions. Although I don't remember what the questions were exactly, I do remember the way she responded, so I'm just going to tell you what the answers were. So the first piece of advice she gave was, you can't rush clarity. She answered whatever question was asked to get that answer more thoroughly, but that was the piece that I was like, whoa, I'm going to hang on to that. So you can't rush clarity. I definitely have tried to rush it before, and it doesn't work, so it felt really good to know someone of her caliber felt that way and gave that advice, because it helped me give myself more grace and peace when I'm trying to rush clarity, and just remember, you can't rush it. The second piece of advice she gave, that, again, I'm just going to paraphrase for you, is that if you are in a phase where you have somewhere you want to go, but you're not there yet, you have to internally identify as your future self in order to get there. So if you're working a 9 to 5 and have a side hustle, begin to internally identify as that side hustle and let go of the identity of, I am that person who does that 9 to 5 thing. I feel like that piece of advice could apply to more things than just transitioning your work role. I think you could apply it to anything you want to be, whether it's emotionally, physically, spiritually, or really any other area. So that's why I love that piece of advice so much. I also wanted to say that I felt like Marie set really good expectations for the event. So when I went to purchase the tickets, before you click purchase, it clearly states to not expect to get a picture with the author. So even though it said that, I was kind of hoping it might happen, but this is the closest I got. So if you haven't gotten Marie's book yet, holla, definitely check it out. It's called Everything is Figureoutable. I'm just a few chapters in, and it's really good so far. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you'd like to keep up with the videos I create on how to improve your brand and grow your business, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking here on this little circle guy right here. And I hope to see you for my next video, but until then, you can click on one of these 2 videos over here to keep on watching. Honestly, guys, I'm so excited. I just learned how to put these buttons in here, so give them a click. I hope you have a really great week, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Bye.